might not be repeating customers.
The size of the pipe is smaller, right? So we have to have enough of these pipes lined up side by side to get enough of those things coming in to generate all of the revenue we need to hit our mark, right? So it's not just any one pipe. But we need to know what the cost is across each of the pipes that we're using so that our average customer acquisition cost is within reason. So if we go to a BNI and we buy, our customers buy 5 average widgets a year, so we're talking about lifetime value now. So we got them first. I made a sale to them, so now they're my customers. So they keep coming back to me. So I didn't make my $1,100 off of the first sale. But each of them buy 5 widgets a year, so 500 times 10, $5,000 a year. They stay with me for 3 years, so each customer over that period at which they stay with me is actually worth $15,000. So from that standpoint, $1,500 per average, customer average, now I'm making not only my $1,100 goal, but a $400 profit. Okay, so this is short term, long term. Once you've established the relationship, it's 6 times easier to sell to them a second time than it is to get them in the first place. Okay? So we have to look at not only what it costs to buy them, but how much they mean to us over time. So the lifetime value minus our customer acquisition cost is our profit. In this case, we have a $300 average profit per customer, or a 20% ROI, annualized to 6.7%. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what Walmart's margin is? They're the number one on the Fortune, at least they were number one on the Fortune 1000. You know what their margins are, profit margin? 4%. Walmart operates on a 4% margin. So you're doing better than Walmart. Now you can just do billions a year, and then you're going to be number one on the Fortune 500. So how do I increase profits? Well, first we want to drive down customer acquisition costs by making our marketing compelling and increasing our conversion rate. We want to drive up lifetime value through retention programs, customer service. Anybody remember customer service before the age of do it online and go through voicemail help? Customer service. Okay, that's how we attain lifetime value. Until you get as big as Google and then you don't care anymore, right? I'll lose 10%, I'll get 10%. For most of us, lifetime value is extremely important to the growth, long-term survival of our business. So where do we go from here? Any ideas? I know Sally wants her $10. So first we have to budget. Budget your time. Budget your marketing. He said 5 minutes ago. Okay. Last slide. Budget our time. We have to budget our time. We want to budget our marketing. We want to measure our marketing very carefully. So that means we have to build a plan to do it. So we don't just throw money out the door and say, here, I did my marketing, I feel good. So create that budget and plan. From the plan, in the planning process, you want to develop what is your marketing strategy. So what it is you're trying to sell to who. How are you going to go about doing it? And then the tactics. So we have strategy is the overview. What I'm going to sell, who I'm going to sell it to, where I'm going to go find them, what I'm going to offer them, and the tactics, which is BNI, Successful Thinkers, Yelp, YP, etc. Okay, so that is how we address our businesses from an investment standpoint of having that awareness of what it's costing you to get your customers and how much they mean to you over the life of their relationship. And that's it. We have time for questions? Yeah. Any questions? So I either gave you too much information or you're overwhelmed. I've explained it so thoroughly that it's like, cool, or it's like, this is totally meaningless, I need to go read the newspaper. Bobby?
I may have missed if you talked about that, but how do you calculate the value of a customer if it's an ongoing service that they pay for? So you make the sale once and then I pay you for life.
Right, so that we split that into, first you got the customer acquisition cost, so how much advertising did I have to spend on to get that customer? Right? Then if they, once they've enrolled with you and they're buying, so you've got a regular transaction going, that's your lifetime value, right? Now, how long do they stay with you? You can calculate, so if you look at all of your customers, so if you go back to your database and you're tracking this stuff, you can actually calculate your average lifetime value per customer. And you can segment it, saying this type of customer has this kind of average lifetime value, this type of customer has this kind. And so, I mean, you can get down into carving the numbers up into little pieces and get really good at strategic planning to address specific segments. But the basics are all the same.
So when you're looking at this, you said, okay, if BNI doesn't give me $11,000, you know, when you're judging your ROI, and I look at like social media and the time you spend, say, maybe answering questions or posting information, at what points are you checking? At what points are you saying, okay, what's worth my energy, what's worth my time?
So, okay, so for one thing, I'll tell you, like, some marketing channels take longer to develop than others. Networking, you should be prepared to spend at least 6 months in a networking event before you can develop a measurable return. Figure out, I mean, because you're not going to do it in a month, right? That's a big mistake a lot of people make in networking groups. They show up one time and they expect, I didn't get any leads, I'm not going back there.
Yeah.
Right? It takes 6 months to develop a networking channel. Even advertising, right? People don't buy the first time they see something. Great thing about the internet is you might get some initial leads from people that stumble on you and they really need what you want right now, so they buy it. That's fairly random. So, you know, you build up presence. So you know, let's see, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do a mailer. So I send out 10,000 postcards. Probably cost you $8,000. I didn't get anything back, so I'm not going to do it anymore. How many times does a prospect need to see your name and your product before they buy? 7 to 13 times is the statistics. So don't do a 10,000 piece mailer and expect to get a return on it from the first mailer. So that's part of planning. All right? That's it.
All right.
Great, thank you very much. That was an awesome presentation. What I like about David is that he owned businesses before, so it's not someone that is talking about something that is theoretical. He walked the walk and talked the talk, and it's all from experience, and I'm sure that we all can learn a lot from him. So thank you very much, David, again.